As some viewers might have seen in the past, I have participated in the 12-hour challenges where you pick a game to learn a speed run, and within 12 hours you kind of build up your practice on it and do a run to get the best time that you can within 12 hours. And in 2018, I believe it was, I chose the original World Heroes, and through the course of that, I was able to play the MVS version through MAME. I was able to boot up the PlayStation 2. We have the World Heroes anthology that has the World Heroes on it, and we also, to make sure it was the same version, we have the SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1 for PlayStation 2, in which you can unlock World Heroes. So we did the MVS version, and these PS2 versions, I believe they would be based on the AES home version of the Neo Geo, based on what we found with Brocken's tech in the game. With the MVS, Brocken's low attacks are incredibly broken. They do insane damage, and you can finish off an opponent very quickly with a rally of crouching punches or even his crouching light kicks. So it's something that they did nerf in the AES version. You can still do the crouching punches, and they didn't fix how the hit stun works, so you can re-dizzy opponents and then use that same technology, but it's a lot slower than in the MVS version. And then through the course of that, we also did speedruns on, we have the Super Nintendo version here by Sunsoft, 16 megs of arcade action in this cartridge. Very well done cartridge, and with that one, like I said, you can do the crouching punches with Brocken. That tech still works, but it's for speed run, it's a lot slower than his MVS capabilities. So for the Super Nintendo, we actually picked Muscle Power and used his dashing lariat to tick throw the opponents. So we'd make them block the running lariat and then just throw them afterwards over and over. And that proved to be decent speed tech. Could definitely finish them faster than the re-dizzy combos with Brocken. But now we had, I was at the store the other day through the 12-hour challenge. We played all those versions, but I did not have the SEGA Genesis version of World Heroes. And I believe it was on Christmas Eve, I went to a local game store, and we now have a SEGA Genesis cart of World Heroes. Very bizarre version, released only in the US, came out roughly 2 years after the original arcade release. And it was developed by a team at SEGA, SEGA Midwest. And like I said, it was about 2 years after the arcade version came out, but it gave people in the US that had a SEGA Genesis the ability to play the game. And in looking at some stuff online for the game, it seems to be incredibly different than the MVS, AES, or the Super Nintendo versions. Obviously there are some concessions made to the Super Nintendo version, but it's very much still like the original arcade game in a lot of regards. So this one looks like that might not be the case, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see. We'll dive into it and see if the techniques work that worked in the past with Brocken's low attacks, with Muscle Power's lariats. We'll see what we can find out, and since we did speed runs for the other versions, the MVS, AES, and Super Nintendo, we're only missing the SEGA Genesis version, so we might as well try to get that in and see what we can do with a SEGA Genesis World Hero speedrun. Okay, I've only turned this on to make sure that it works, so we're gonna get started. We're gonna power on now, and we'll get this on the road. The SEGA Genesis version of World Heroes. Released only in the US, this did not release in Japan. It came out almost 2 years after. Yeah, look at that. That's some great scaling there on the SEGA Genesis. You'd swear this was the Super Nintendo. But yeah, this came out almost 2 years after the initial arcade release on MVS. And at least the Super Nintendo version released roughly a year afterwards. So this was handled by some sort of Sega team in the US, Sega Midwest or something to that degree. So it is US developed for the US Sega Genesis. And as such, I can already tell that there's a number of different gameplay quirks in this compared to the original arcade version. So here we go, kind of a setup similar to the AES. You get easy, normal, hard, MVS. If I recall correctly, MVS is a difficulty that's kind of in between normal and hard, reflective of what the default difficulty was on the Neo Geo cabinets. So let's pick normal. Came at a good time. Use the time machine to go all over the world to where the strong people are. I'm praying for a healthy battle. As far as I recall, that's pretty much as it is from the arcade. Hanzo, Fuma, Dragon, John, J-Karn, Muscle Power, Brocken, and Rasputin. And as you recall, we talked about the 12-hour challenge. So we'll start with Brocken and see where this takes us here. So in the MVS version, we can just use crouching low kicks and whittle away at the opponent's health in no time. See how this differs compared to MVS. Oh boy. Wow, there's a lot of knockback on these attacks, and I can't even. Whoa! Did I cancel the air punch into an air kick? Let me see if the punches fare any better here. Yeah. She's countering as soon as I can land. Oh my goodness. They keep interrupting, so it's like the punches don't even combo in this version. Because whereas his crouching kicks did ridiculous damage in the MVS version, they did kind of fix that for the AES version, which by proxy makes it fixed in the Super Nintendo version. But while they fixed the damage on it, you could still string it together and do re-dizzies with it. And the kicks came out so fast when I played the Super Nintendo version. You could put the opponent into block stun and then just stand up and grab them while they're blocking, and there's not a whole lot they could do about it. So let me see if the kicks will transfer into a throw here. Close enough. Okay, that's interesting. The way they bounce on the throw does not seem right. See, when she throws me, I bounce away. But if I can hit this again... Okay, she bounced away that time. But yeah, we're dealing with a different beast here. This is not like the arcade or Super Nintendo versions. It's feeling very weird. Much faster. It's less. It seems less floaty than the arcade and Super Nintendo versions. When the characters jump, it just seems to move a lot faster overall, and there's not a lot of response to the hits in this. It seems characters kind of snap out of being attacked very quickly. So we can check out also. Brocken was still great in the Super Nintendo version. But when we were doing this, the 12-hour challenge, we were trying to speedrun the game, and the nerfed damage to his attacks didn't really lend itself to a speed run, so we switched to muscle power and shaved minutes off that time by doing a strategy where we used his running lariat to put the opponent into block stun and then throw them. Made things go a lot quicker. Okay, you do the clothesline? Oh, it's a tap move. You don't charge it, it's a tap move in this game. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try it again this round. Okay, there's the dizzy. Where'd that come from? Got the throw out before I did. Eee, okay. Dude, these hit sparks. They look like they're from a cartoon. Did his graphics glitch on? Oh man. Oh, finally we got a throw. Wonder how did I get it to go twice there? Okay. Because of the lack of real hit stun in this game, I don't know if this strat's gonna work either. Huh, okay. Yeah, this is way different. This is so much different than the arcade and Super Nintendo versions. Alright, I've accepted that combos really aren't a thing in this game, so I think what we can do is use these long-range attacks. As well as some throwing shenanigans. Like I noticed, the enemy bounces very weird off of Brocken's throw, and I think I can use that to my advantage. Kind of like the tick throwing techniques from the original arcade version. When I first started playing World Heroes on the MVS, I would pick Hanzo, and it's so easy to get tick throws with him. Once I found the tick throw strategy, I pretty much got a no rounds lost on it the first time I tried. Okay, we got a throw on. But this is bizarre, but I think I can make this work. It's the best thing I've found so far. We'll see. Hopefully this wasn't just because it was the first character or something that's exclusive to Jay Karn, so we'll see if the next opponent can be defeated this way as well. I do have to say, despite some concessions made to the game, it still looks pretty good. It tried to do the things, like I think in the arcade version, if I recall correctly, it has a continually scrolling background. This one moves in a weird circle. It's really bizarre, but it's like I think the developers at least tried to get some of these in here. And I noticed the Super Nintendo cart displays on there. It has 16 megs of action, so it's probably working with more memory in that cart than this version is. The Super Nintendo version's pretty good, actually. Not as good as the arcade version, but okay. This is actually pretty decent, because Muscle Power is one of the weird matchups for Brocken in the MVS version. He's one of the few characters that'll interrupt you with a throw if you get too deep with the jumping attacks. Oh no. Okay. We'll try this one more time and see if it works on the third character. Then we might be pretty safe giving this a test run. Not what I had in mind when I started testing this out, but we found something that'll at least let us defeat the CPU. Oh, we do, yeah, there's a bonus round. We do need to test this out. Let's see what happens if we In the arcade version, you can just activate that and immediately win. The Super Nintendo version does kind of limited the same way, but yeah, just mashing that makes it all work out in quick order. If this is like the Super Nintendo version, it'll loop that same bonus round instead of having the POTS bonus round from the Sega or from the arcade version. So let's see, can we keep this strategy going? Oh. Dude, the distance they get sent flying on those heavy kick attacks. Alright, so some of the characters might make us work a little harder for it, but this seems like it might be a universal strategy. Not getting in far enough to... I actually crossed them up. If you could walk over them, then you could get some real mix-up potential off of that. Make them guess which side you're going to attack from. Probably don't have to think about it so much playing the CPU, but that could be some mind games to be had versus a human opponent. So I think they'll pan out. So we'll restart this and we'll see if we can get a run in. All right, now with the base strategy figured out, we'll go ahead and give this a go. We'll power on the system now. And this will be the SEGA Genesis version of World Heroes. Get through to the main menu. Go on normal. We're gonna pick Brocken. And the timer will start on the mode select. In 3, 2, 1, go. I'll see who we get right off the bat. Muscle power, okay. So muscle power can be troublesome if he gains momentum. Let's see what he does here. Okay. Got the loop started. Hopefully we can keep it going. Alright. So I think that was a perfect. Yes, it was. Okay. Oh man, it takes so long for that to load up. Oops. I'm getting hasty. I accidentally paused the game. Oh! Oh wow. I thought he was gonna clothesline me. Alright, double perfect. It's a far more manageable fight in this version compared to the arcade version. You really have to tread carefully because he can very easily grab you. Alright, so let's see who we get next. Rasputin, okay. He's one of the more troublesome, so good to get him early. Just need to remember to get some forward momentum going. Look at him tank that. It's almost like he gets armor on his jump-ins. I can't grab him. Okay. Whatever, I'll just finish. We'll shove him, finish him. Okay, come on. So I think Rasputin and Hanzo are the most troublesome when it comes to the strategy. It's just hard to grab them. But I think I've got it a little bit figured out here. Can't do the neutral jump with them. Alright, so that's the second character taken out. So that means the next will be a bonus round. Carve out the rock. And with that we just mash the punch button. In the MVS version, once you activate the electricity, it stays out continually until the bonus round is over, so you can sit there and do nothing once the electricity is out. On this one, you have to continually mash, but it still takes care of it in short order, and that's the same as the Super Nintendo version. So Jay Karn, I was hoping to get him late. Jay Karn overall, even in the MVS version, he's a pretty cooperative AI character to fight. Excuse me. We just get to scoop loop him all day. I just wonder if I'm wasting a ton of time getting perfects. You get the extra prompt and then the life bonus tallies for a bit longer. But for the moment, I think I'll stick with the strategy of not losing. Just get him in the loop and finish him off. Oh! So he escaped for a short time there, but we recovered. Alright, keep it going. Okay, Jean. So I think this background still looks pretty good, considering it's the SEGA Genesis version. Hopefully we can get her to cooperate. Alright, nice. And the hit sparks in this game. There's something else. So it's like I said, they look like they come out of a cartoon as opposed to like a more traditional fighting game. Hit spark. Okay. That round went a little bit better. Alright, who's next? Hanzo, okay. Hanzo's a real jerk. Okay, cool, we got the throw. Oh, I was worried about that, I jumped too far. Okay. Oh, how did he get the grab? I still think it's weird too that he doesn't jump into the air to do his throw like in the arcade version. And when they're defeated, it looks like they're not lying on the ground. It looks like they're floating just above the ground. I'm almost content to do nothing but jumping attacks against Hanzo. It's so difficult to grab him. Oh, what? What was that? Oh my goodness. Why did my attack not come out? Why am I not attacking? Okay. It's like I could have finished him off after he whiffed 2 of those dragon punches and just my character was not attacking. Alright, we're back to the bonus round. Once again, the rock stage. This is also like in the Super Nintendo. It doesn't have the pot minigame from the arcade version, which is fine because it's when you're playing as Brocken, it's so free. You can just use his crouching heavy kick, and it just makes the entire minigame trivial. You don't even have to move an inch. You just immediately start crouching and kicking. What in the... That was weird. Okay. I'll take it. Did not go as planned and it was really messy, but I'll take it. Although if it's like the arcade ladder in the MVS version, this is the last character before Gigas 2. Okay. See, I don't know if it's a matter of... Maybe it's timing. Maybe I'm trying to do the throw too fast after the kick. Because that would affect Hanzo, Rasputin, and Fuma. Now, if this were the MVS version, we probably would have been finished a minute or two ago. We're going in... Oh, nope, we have another fight. Was that dragon? I'm a little scared that he's this late on the arcade ladder. Ooh. Oh my god, he's just beating me on everything. Oh, that was scary. Once we finally grabbed him, we got him, but holy cow. Now, when we did the Super Nintendo version for the 12-hour challenge, I believe our time was in the 11-minute range. I might just take this. Thank you, okay. I'll take the guaranteed win. But we used muscle power for the Super Nintendo run. We were able to tick throw using his lariat move. Alright, now are we at the... Okay, yeah. So congratulations, you have beaten the best. And now, without further ado... Akitsukikas, he has come to destroy the Earth. I don't think he says that in the... More scaling Gigas head. Yeah, this is different than in the arcade version. So, okay. So he's gonna do his morph. His morphing. Oh, man. I wonder if I can get him to do the same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. Keep doing this, please. Okay. I don't think Hanzo's quite that aggressive. I was kind of wondering if maybe I could trick Hanzo into doing the same thing, but I don't think he's quite as aggressive as Dragon is. Alright, who do we get now? Dragon, okay. Run the... Oh. Okay, he's gonna transform. Oh, crap. And he yeeted us. Oh my goodness. What? That was weird. Okay. Player 1 wins. Stop timer. Why is the timer not stopping? Okay. 12. Okay. If I had my arms and legs broken and tied together, then maybe you could beat me. Maybe. So we got 1.12 million. Oh, okay, this is different too. You have defeated Gigas. The world is forever in your debt. We've erected a statue in your honor, and now we celebrate. Oh, I was not expecting this. That's incredible. I would argue that this is a better ending than the arcade version. When you beat this in every other version, it just shows a close-up of Brocken, and he takes his sunglasses off and just says, "I didn't even break a sweat," and then the game ends. The world hero who built a statue out of you. On those, it looks like a background out of hard drive in the arcade game. Those rough, jaggy polygons. Oh man, I like this. This is a good ending. Well, the strat worked, and so like, I'm not too wild about this strat. That is definitely my least favorite version to run. Might have to uncover a better strategy, but because through the 12-hour challenge I've run MVS, AES, and Super Nintendo, we had to complete everything. We had to do the SEGA Genesis run and get a time for that. So 12:41. It'd be less than that. I'd have to go back and count whatever. For whatever reason, the timer would not stop. So I must still have extra splits from when I did a previous speed run. But there we go. 12 minutes 41 seconds. SEGA Genesis version of World Heroes, and we can see the staff roll here. So yeah, developed in the U.S. Like I said, if I'm recalling correctly, something like SEGA Midwest did this version, so it was U.S. exclusive. So oh, we get to put our name in. DJ T, we're in there. DJ Tatsujin. Oh, #1 on the Hall of Fame. There we go. Worked our way in there. We beat 1,000,000 points. That's satisfying when you get 1,000,000 points in a game. But there we go. There it's wasn't pretty, but we got a speed run in normal difficulty, normal game mode. SEGA Genesis World Heroes with Brocken. So I don't know if I'm going to invest much more time into this as a speedrun or finding tech. It's like I'm saying, I don't even know if combos are a thing in this game. So if all you had was a SEGA Genesis and you didn't have access to the arcade version, this would be an all right home version of the game. But it's probably, I'd have to say, it's my least favorite version of the original World Heroes so far, unless I find something that's crazy. I respect the scaling though on the globe and the Gigas head, but pretty decent work put in by SEGA Midwest. Yeah, there was SEGA Midwest Development Division, and it was interesting. Like, I don't regret picking up the cartridge or anything, so it lets me complete most of my set here for World Heroes. But if you haven't already, there are full 12-hour challenge videos available on my Twitch channel. Goes through me playing World Heroes for hours on end in the different versions. But there are some shortcuts, some playthroughs on YouTube as well that you can check out. And if you want to see more World Heroes on the channel, go ahead and let me know in the comments.